just my luck that the one time I try and get a good night's sleep, Star Trek Online has to go and release a new ship. Anyway, let's get this over with. This is going to be the new Tier 6 Hirogen Predator Heavy Escort. So let's look over the stats, and while we're at it, go over the next part of the event campaign. Okay, we've got a lot to get over today, so let's just speedrun through the stats. This ship will be coming to PC alongside the Flagship event on August 22nd, 2024, and for console players, this will arrive on September 19th, 2024. This ship will come with a Commander Tactical / Pilot Specialization Bridge Officer seat and a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Intel Bridge Officer seat, which is absolutely beautiful for energy weapon builds. In the ship details, it's tier 6, it's got a hull modifier of 1.3 and shield modifier of 1.1, which is fairly reasonable for a heavy escort. It's got 5 forward weapons and 2 aft weapons, which is perfect for an escort. It's got 2 device slots. It's bridge officer stations. It's got 1 ensign tactical, 1 commander tactical / pilot, 1 lieutenant commander engineering, 1 lieutenant universal, and 1 lieutenant commander universal / intelligence. Those are fairly solid seating options that you can put on the ship. It's got 5 tactical consoles, 4 engineering, and 2 sides, which is great because you'll be able to use either the vulnerability locators / exploiters or the isomags. It's got a base turn rate of 17, an impulse modifier of 0.22, and an inertia rating of 75, so very maneuverable. It's got plus 15 weapon power and 5 shield power, which is nearly perfect power placement. It can equip dual cannons because it's got it's an escort. It's also got the pilot maneuver ship mechanic because it's a pilot ship. It's got an experimental weapon slot, and it's got a new experimental weapon, which we'll go over later. And it's got the Escort Mastery package, which gives you accuracy, defense, or damage crit chance. Nobody goes over the Admiralty's chip stats, but anyway, we'll go over it. 65 engineering, 42 science, and 19... That doesn't seem right. I'm going to hold off on my opinions on that because I think that's not correct. This is an escort ship. Why is it got more science and engineering? Okay. Anyway, it's Universal Console, Field of Prey. What it does, it casts a net of mobile emitters around your vessel which follow you, placate enemies, destroy mines, torpedoes, and small ships caught within the field of prey, and provide you with an ambush bonus when the effect has ended. As the mobile emitters return to your ship, they provide information on your enemies, which makes you a harder target and boosts your damage. This console additionally provides a major passive bonus to maximum hull capacity. This console may be equipped on any starship and any console, so it's a universal console. Its tooltip creates a 5-kilometer player base AoE for 15 seconds. It placates foes for 2 seconds. It decreases threat generation, destroys enemy mines, turrets, and targetable torpedoes. It has a 20% chance to destroy enemy fighters / shuttles. After 15 seconds, you gain ambush bonus for 10 seconds, which gives you plus 25% bonus all damage, plus 25% damage rating. This console seems okay for like leveling up a tune, but I can already tell that the PvP community is going to absolutely hate this console because of that placate. There have been so many placates and disables being added into this game lately that a lot of my PvP friends have been complaining quite thoroughly about it, and honestly, they have a right to. I've been on the receiving end of some of those placates and disables, and they are absolutely horrible. Yeah. Anyway, the Starship trait, Sure Shot. Utilize specialized mobile emitters to plot and simulate the movement of enemy vessels, ensuring the weapons can occasionally hit with no range modifiers, no power drain, and increased crit chance and crit severity. Oh. For 1 second every 10 seconds, directed energy weapons benefit from no range penalty, no weapon power drain, 20% crit chance, and 200% crit severity rating. Holy crap. That, I'm going to take a very estimated guess here and say that's going to change the meta in some way. Having no range penalty and no weapon power drain is already enough, but adding an extra 20% crit chance and 200% crit severity rating, plus the amount of haste that we've been getting lately in the game, I'm very confident that this trait's going to make its way into the energy weapon meta. Anyway, lastly, we've got the experimental weapon, which is the Hollow Bolt Heavy Cannon. This weapon is a rapid-fire emitter designed to fire photonic bolts and matter at your enemies. Because of the nature of these projectiles, they can maintain integrity over long distances, allowing you to attack targets that are beyond standard engagement range. Oh, okay. That's actually not out of the ordinary for the Hirogen, because in the Low store there is a certain weapon called the long range Tetron heavy single cannon, and it can engage enemies at 12 kilometers away. So I wonder whether this experimental weapon is going to have a 12-kilometer range. Hmm. Anyway, the tooltip, it's got a 180-degree targeting arc, and it does physical damage with 100% shield penetration times 5 times per second over 2 seconds, and it has a 4-second recharge. I'm Okay, so the range is gonna make this experimental weapon unique more than anything else, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the only experimental weapon that actually has a firing range longer than 10 kilometers. But mm, we don't exactly know how much damage it's gonna do, but we'll know when it goes into a ship. For me it's tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be released in 2 days' time. Do I want to get the ship? Yes, I do want to get the ship. Will I be able to get the ship? No, because of the giveaway going over to Continuum Discord, I drained a lot of my money into that, so you've still got about 3 days left over to join, so join the Continuum Discord and join the giveaway there for a chance to win 100 Master Keys. Anyway, I will be getting the ship when I get the chance, because those, especially about Starship trait, that Starship trait just seems absolutely bonkers, and I love that. And it would also be fun to play around with the experimental weapon. Plus, that experimental weapon actually enables me to start working on a build that I have been thinking of for a long time. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. On to the next part of this video, the next part of the event campaign, the Flagship Celebration event. This event will be starting on August 22nd at 8 a.m. Pacific time to September 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And you'll have a chance to participate in 4 different task force operations, all of them in space, which is good. I like my space combat, to progress towards both this year's event campaign prize and the new Khitomer Defender space set. The TFOs that will be part of this event are Borg Disconnected, I hate that TFO, Iupiter Eratus, I like that TFO, Swarm, it's an alright TFO, and Synthwave? That's something I had not expected, but I like Synthwave, it's a good TFO. Anyway, upon completing 14 days of progress on the Flagship Celebration event, you'll unlock the Khitomer Defender space set. This 3-piece space set includes a shield, deflector, and engines. The Khitomer Alliance Regenerative Shield Array is built for frontline combat and survivability. This helps you lead the charge and punish any who oppose you. To help with this, the shield has active sensors which track the current status of each facing shield. If any enemy's attack damages the hull below down shield facing, the sensors trigger an instant retaliation which blasts that enemy with an anti-proton beam. Each facing shield must be regenerated up to at least 25% before being able to retaliate again. That sounds okay, but it just depends on how much damage that shield does. Next, we've got the Khitomer Alliance Hyper Impulse Engine. This unique propulsion system uses a rebuilt Hyper Impulse engine at its base. The original engine was modified to make it perform more like a combat engine without sacrificing all of its greater thrust capability. This engine is modified to increase shield regeneration based on current throttle. It has a higher base speed and turn rate compared to standard combat engines. That's confusing. It's saying it's a hyper impulse engine, but it's also saying it's also a combat impulse engine. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, next part of the set is the Khitomer Alliance Deflector Array. The Khitomer Alliance Deflector Array emphasizes shield durability, helping you dive into the front lines by vastly amplifying your shield capacity and shield regeneration. To ensure that you're able to dish out punishments to any who dare to oppose you, it also provides bonuses to your critical hit chance and anti-proton damage, the Khitomer Alliance's hallmark. Okay, we just have to see how much crit chance and anti-proton damage, because heaven forbid we get any tooltip information on these things. And anyway, the two-piece set bonus. Equipping 2 pieces of a set gives you a bonus to shield regeneration and shield hardness. And a 3-piece set bonus. Equipping all 3 pieces of a set grants you the power coordinated empowering anti-proton field. By the faction's powers combined, you and your team get cloaked briefly and gain empowered shield regeneration and damage bonus. Also, a damaging anti-proton field forms centered on you and your teammates, dealing damage to any enemy caught inside. The field's damage scales up with the amount of enemies inside the field. I have an issue with that 3-piece set bonus, mainly the cloaking part, because I'm worried that's also going to shut off your energy and weapons, and also your projectile weapons. And if that's the case, then this is just going to be Organic Nebula all over again. It's not going to be used to power anything. It's just going to be used to troll. I'm really hoping that people behind this thought of that and decided allowed weapons to fire through the cloak, because if they haven't, I'm gonna recommend people don't use this set, even though it sounds like even though it sounds fun and it might actually replace the revolutionary set and leveling up characters. Uh if it's gonna cloak, if you're gonna give it your allies the power to cloak you without your will, then yeah, it's just gonna be used to troll. So that was my review on the new Tier 6 Hirogen ship and also the next part of the event campaign. Hope you guys enjoyed this sort of news I do for you. Remember to like and subscribe to my content, it really does help me out, and I'm trying to earn money from this so I can get a new PC. Join the continuing Discord, remember the giveaway still going down there. 100 master keys, 4 days left, you know, not much time, go over, just click on the party horn. Also join my Discord, it's not very active right now, but I am trying to change that, so join in if you can. Anyway, my name's Galactic Gaming. Have a happy day. Until next time, keep having fun. Bye bye.